I got the
sure.
fix.
Oh, so I don't want to even go into this.
Nah,
I'm
don't
going
wait.
to it in a minute. I'm gonna fall back a little bit.
Yeah, wait until.
But I still have y'all here with me. We got the music going, and my people chilling. We're gonna have some good conversation.
Yes, we are.
On high radio, he say, she say. Cross Davis, where you at? I think she going bowling today. She invited me, but that's why she not here. She bowling. So that's cool. You know, I can't be mad at her. Representing the big Bravo. She damn sure doesn't look her age. She's 50 years old.
What? How?
She's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the good foot. Yeah.
Hell yeah, boys.
That's what I'm saying. You're a couple steps forward.
That's more than smart.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say some stuff here. My boy, say no to the cigarettes, man. No cigarettes. I know somebody I know now used to smoke cigarettes for years. Decided I had to stop one day. I do smoke electric cigarettes. Gotta find some kind of substance. I don't know. Don't just pop it on live either. Let me know when I'm putting it on live.
Is everybody sending it out? Sending it out?
No, I didn't even send that out. I don't want to share this one. I was just sharing the podcast. I'm not actually sharing. Like I said, this is T.K.P. We here at the T.K.P. studio. Shout out to
Can't be stuff.
We did start, we just didn't go online. leave Kevin Paul. I got my boy Woodville with me. I got my peoples here with me. We about to set it off. We live on YouTube, Diggy Down Music, on High Radio. We say, she say. What's up?
Hey.
What's good?
What's
Look,
good?
he ready, he rolling it up, he doing what he do.
Rah.
Time out. Flag on the plate. Anyway, like I said, I got my peoples here. What? No, that's with me. You do what you do. I don't So, boom. He says here.
They just put my name out there, and I was dragged up.
Hold on, I'm gonna get it together. He say, she say, Prime Davis. My girl Prime Davis not here. Happy birthday to Prime Davis. Happy birthday, Prime. Prime Davis is the 5-0. She's not here with us today, but we're gonna celebrate her day. It was yesterday, actually, Thursday. Shout outs to her. If you can, like I said before, hit her up on her page at Prime Davis, PRIMEDAVIS. Yeah, I said that kind of quick. Yeah, hit her up. Just tell her happy birthday. Why not? Hey, right? So, this is a special version of He Say, She Say. Usually we go down the line and we talk about everything that happened. We can talk about things that happen within the week. But I got my peoples here with me. And I talk about my peoples. You don't think that's what happened, right? See, like I said, I got my peoples here with me, right? Like, a lot of my peoples here with me, right? It's a studio audience for real, right? I got people on the side. I got my boy Dave.
Yo.
I got Jess. I got Fatu. I got Joe Burke. I got Kylie. I got Clee. You got ATVs going. I gotta look at y'all. I don't care. See y'all over there. El Boogie in the building. Poor Shaka El Pay. I Spot. Role model, my boy Role Model in the building. Nadia in the building. Yeah. So, Marquise in the building. I said the right one? Because I know he got 2 aliases and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I said the right one. It's not George, it's Ty, right?
Yeah, right.
It's Ty. Okay, I gotta make sure. Oh, what's your joint? What's your show?
Caught up.
Check out Caught Up on YouTube.
Thanks for the plug.
Of course. That's what we're here for. Everybody got here to shout out for us. Check out Caught Up. Come here, Ty. Real quick. Real quick, get over here. We live. Y'all can go to Diggy Down Music right now and subscribe. Right? The camera's right there. Talk about your show. What's your show?
I got a web series called Caught Up. It's cool. It's throwback. I did like 5 years ago, but I'm working on a new web series. I'm gonna drop it in December. Go ahead and enjoy this audience. Check that out. 8 episodes. It's fire though. It's dope. It's about relationships.
I saw the first couple of episodes. It's dope. I'm not even talking shit because he right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I don't really be acting like that, but I try my best, but it's dope though. It's still dope. Check it out.
Check him out.
Check him out.
How many episodes we in?
4, but the next one gonna have 8 episodes. So.
Alright. Caught Up. Check it out. YouTube. Ty Lewis.
Yup.
Yeah. That's what it is. Alright.
Yeah, we out here.
We out
here, right? On Hot Radio. That's T.K.P. I got my boy Woodville. He doing what he do. We're about to talk about relationships. We're gonna get into relationships, right?
My bad.
No, you do what you do. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. I just gotta make sure my lips not ashy. When you start talking,
My guy.
the lips get ashy real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm known to run my mouth. And you know what's funny is like a lot of them is not, they don't know me to run my mouth as much as I'm running my mouth today. So they gonna see me run my mouth crazy and be like, yo, where the fuck does Kev come up with all this energy now? And I know he get turned up just a little bit, but it's like to see me turned up for like an hour and some change, it's like, I don't even know you like that. So, moving right along, right? We're gonna get straight into it, right? Now, we got people on the hot chair right now, right? I got 2 people on the hot seat right now, right?
Right here.
Huh?
I said right here.
Right here. So you got them on there? You got them on there? So now I want you to put up the Diggy Down Music. So you got them up? All right, tell him your name. Tell him your name.
Nadia.
Nadia. Tell him your name, sir.
Damien. Cheers.
Say it again now.
Damien.
Damien. It was like Damien. It was. Where you from, Damien?
Barbados.
Barbados. Where you from,
New
man?
York.
Huh?
New York.
New York. New York. New York. Queens.
Don't do that. Please.
New York. Hold on. Why you don't want to tell people where you from? Where you from?
From Bangladesh.
From
Bangladesh.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying? I rep that shit.
I know.
All right. So now there's a you can play whatever. It doesn't matter.
We out here.
How old are you? Mommy asking.
I'm 24.
24. You mommy asking how old are you?
Yo, I think I'm gonna be like 33 next
You're gonna be
week.
33 today. It's okay.
Nah, next
That's
week.
all right.
Next week.
Oh, next week you're gonna
Yeah.
be 33.
I think
That's
so.
a beautiful thing.
Between 33 and 34.
Okay. Throw it up in the air. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. First thing I want to ask you guys. I'm gonna just throw something out here. Okay. Is jealousy a form of insecurity?
Definitely.
Definitely. Why do you feel so?
Because if you're confident, you're not gonna care who your man pays attention to, because you're gonna be like, I got you at the end of the day. So, yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you, but at the same time I have to disagree. Because some people just foolish and they don't understand that you're too friendly.
So okay, let's take it.
But at the same time, it's not jealousy. It would translate as jealousy because you're telling them, yo, stop rubbing up the man's shoulders. Stop
But
pulling
that's
up
your
on the
man's
man.
job, or that's your girl's job to be like, listen, you're disrespecting me in my relationship.
All right. So now, can you have male friends in a relationship?
I could definitely have male friends.
Definitely. So
Because
you
they'll
can hang
know.
out with, go to the movies.
Oh, movies. See, but that's why would we hang out in an intimate setting.
But that's not. How is that necessarily intimate?
Because
If
you know,
we
movies,
are going to
that's-
go see a movie.
Just you and I as
Now, okay,
guys
check it
and
out, right? Let's say I'm not into Marvel movies, which I am into Marvel movies. I'm into all of them.
Bob.
But you're into Marvel movies,
Yeah.
and you have a coworker who's into Marvel movies, right?
Yeah.
And you guys decide to hang out. Is that okay?
All right. See, I feel like that's fine.
Now, let's reverse that motherfucker, right? See, and I want to make sure. See, that's why I put it in your book. I kind of set you up now. I'm sorry.
All right, go.
Now, put that in a guy's perspective, right?
All right.
I don't like that comic book shit. Fuck that comic book shit, right? You have a young lady, or a co-worker, or whoever who decides, yo, let's go see a movie together. See, now in this situation, right, I'm gonna let you know. I most likely wouldn't tell you if you were my lady.
That you went to a movie with
That I
her
went to a movie with him
But that means
because.
you're already guilty. That
No,
you
it's
already
not
know
that I'm
it.
guilty. It's the fact that me explaining that I went to a Marvel movie with a lady is just more than enough to explain. I feel personally.
Big facts.
Now, how much arguments can that start? Now,
A lot.
are we?
First of all, you're a liar.
Wait.
First argument, you're a liar.
Wait, I'm not a liar. It's just information that I didn't decide to give.
Omission is not a lie. You just omitted that information.
Yeah.
So if I'm texting you and I'm asking you where you are, that
I'm
means
at the
you're not-
movie.
I'm at the movies. You ain't asked who I'm
wow.
with.
No. You're not gonna get to that. You're
But
not
if
gonna
I'm
get
your
to
girl,
that.
I could ask you
No.
with who?
But why do you have to? I'm with my friend. My friend.
Friends.
Not if
See,
you-
plural. You're
Omission
particular.
doesn't mean
My
guilt.
friend.
First of all, you ain't getting away with that when you got a girl. You're not
Yeah.
saying my friend and getting away with
Right.
it.
My people.
That's
No.
My people
It's
that
not gonna end there.
I'm gonna be like, who wired them? Sucking them. Killing them.
But that's what you gotta do. Because you have to be specific.
But, all
when
right,
it
so,
comes to
okay, well, me leading to that is because certain situations, right, I feel as though you shouldn't have to lie, but there's situations where you have to lie. Because even if it's just nothing, it can wind up being something in your eyes. in a lot of partners out.
I could agree with that to a certain extent.
Okay.
It could be.
Right.
But that doesn't. So if it was reversed, and I'm with the dude, that's my coworker, and we both like comedy, but my man doesn't like comedy.
Okay.
He would definitely be upset.
You know what? Okay, well, me personally,
And then if I tell him
I would hate the movie, but I would still say, okay, let's us go to the movie.
No, but let's say I already know you hate comedy, so I don't ask you. I don't ask my man. I'm just like, oh, like you and I could go. And then you find out when I come home, and I'm like, oh, I just went to movies with my coworker. Because you don't like comedies. But you see how you feel some type of way.
Yeah, no, this is,
And I can be like, but you didn't ask.
I'm not gonna lie.
See?
You know what I'm saying? But see, I'm particular with those things. You gotta be specific. Not specific. Specific. You gotta be specific with some of the things. You're like, oh, you going out there? All right, have fun. Who you going with? You know what I'm saying? Oh, all right, tell him I said, what's up? Oh, you going with Jan? Tell Jan I said, oh, you're not going with Jan. I thought you were going with Jan. Just bring certain things up, you know what I'm saying? Oh, because I know Lisa liked the Marvel movie, so you probably going with Lisa.
Like, no.
I'm not going.
Yo, who you going with?
You see what I'm
Where you
saying?
going?
No, you see.
But why can't it could be all that simple?
I did the magic right there.
But you don't need to
That's the
do no
no-look pass
magic.
right there,
You don't need to.
Where you going?
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
you going with?
Where you going? Who you
What's up?
going with? What's up? What do we
But
do?
don't you think those things start drama?
No, but why? Because I mean, you already know.
I don't like unnecessary drama, me personally. I don't like unnecessary drama. And if we can get past it and move on from it, I'm great.
That's you trying to have your cake and eat it too.
No.
Nah, dog. Yo, look.
Me personally, I feel as though y'all women, y'all like the drama. You need the drama. You need something to be boiling in the relationship to keep the fire burning.
No, not always.
I think so. I think you need arguments sometimes. And you start arguments. Well, not everyone. I'm not going to say all women, but I think a lot of women. Because I've dealt with a lot of women that like to start arguments. Just because. Because it's Thursday. It's Thursday. And I love you. So I gotta fuck with you.
So you dated the same category of women?
No.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
No,
because you
I
just
said
said
I
you had
dated
siblings.
women like that.
You dated multiple women who did the same thing.
No,
same
I dated
category.
women like that, but that's not like saying I dated all women like that.
Majority of them.
No. I'm not saying majority. I can't say majority. I'll say like 2, maybe 3. But I'm not necessarily saying. Alright, anyway, what are some, I'm going to ask you some questions, right? What are some things that you could say, why do men always blank? What's something
What you said earlier, like they won't say, "Oh, we're in a relationship." They won't say anything, but they want you to act like you're their girl. Meaning, before you even say, "Oh, I'm your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever," or "I'm your man," or whatever it is, you want the girl to play that part, and you'll get upset before it's even official.
So you're saying, why do men always
want the part before they even before they've given the responsibilities to have that part?
Okay.
So you want to have a girlfriend, but you don't want to give the boyfriend responsibilities.
All right. So let me ask you this: Do you like having options?
Personally, no. If I like you, I like you. But that's how a lot of women are. If we like you, we like you. Guys will be like, but I need all types of flavors, and I need all my flavors to act like I'm the main one.
All right.
I want to interject. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No?
Women never say, well, if they like you, but then when they like you, they want to keep you and put you in a jar and then put you in a closet and keep you away. You can't do nothing, can't talk to nobody, can't do nothing.
They want to talk.
Right?
I feel like that's insecure girls. Like, that's a girl. That's not a woman. Like, a woman is not going to care how many friends you have, how many this you have. Like, a girl is going to be insecure. A girl is going to feel some type of
How about a woman that says, okay, well, you still talk to your ex?
I think that, you
But
know
what's the
what, me
relationship
personally,
between-
if I'm in another relationship, what's it, don't know, because some people have relationships,
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
some people have friendships.
It doesn't
No,
work.
I don't,
yeah, but why
me personally,
not?
I've never, okay, no, I take that back.
Talking with my ex. It doesn't
I take
work.
it back.
It doesn't work.
All right, look, I have
Oh.
a good friend.
No good.
I was in a relationship with this girl in high
Too
school.
much in the back of somebody else's brain. It don't work.
Look, check it out. I had a relationship with someone in high school. Ola give me bump. He knows who I'm talking about. We've been friends for years. We both love this woman. It's like because we've known her for so long. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm in a relationship with somebody else, I can still say that I have love for this woman. So like if something would have happened to her or if she needed something, I would go out of my way to help her out if she would have asked me for something. Now some people, some women, people, no, I'm saying people, women, people find that, okay, we can say women, find something wrong with that, that if I'm the main woman in your life, how can some other woman, you know what I'm saying, get that attention?
See, again, it depends on the person because it's like I have history with this person, so I care about this person. But there's different forms of care. Like
So you gotta X
you
that
could
shit
care
out.
somebody, but that doesn't mean like, oh, I care about you, I want to be with you.
I think the more you live life, you build
Yeah.
relationships. You build relationships under any circumstances, whether it's with man, woman, child, pet, or anything. So you have to understand that you built a relationship with a particular individual, and then you would continue to just appreciate the person for who they are and what they are given to your life. It doesn't mean that, okay, well, I want to be with you for the rest of my life, or I want to just fuck off the woman that I have. No, I will hold you down if necessary. It's like a friendship. A relationship is a relationship, but a relationship doesn't necessarily mean that it's an intimate thing. It's just something that you're dealing with and you're taking care of, just as any kind of friendship or relationship that you have. And some women don't seem to understand that. They just be like, oh, you still talking to your ex. Fuck you. Right? Like,
Exactly, different experiences. So if the girl, versus, she has a man from high school, been together forever, and now she cares about him as a friend, would you as a guy feel some type of way that my girl, my future wife, whatever the case is, has a relationship with the guy she was with for 10 years?
yo, me the
Would you
business.
feel...
We gonna be friends with the man. Yo, your car flat? You want me to come pick you up? I got you. You
So you're
want me to
okay
come
with
fix
her
the
being
tire?
friends?
I have a real perfect example, right? Now, there's a friend of mine, right? I'm not gonna say no names, but the gentleman, all right. His lady, right? His lady's baby father is dying, right? He's dying, and the son who he's raised for maybe 17 years, so he feels as though, fuck your father. He's never done anything for you, right? But at the same time, this is the man that birthed you. So maybe you should have some type of respect for him. Now the family members want him to. They basically wanted the child to come to see him before he passed away. And he feels as though, why shouldn't he? He hasn't been doing anything for him in his life. He hasn't been around him. So why should you even care that he's dying? But still in all, this is your father. This is the man that birthed you. So now as someone who's raised someone else's child and gotten close to that person, you cling to that person. You feel as though that child is yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yet still you gotta still feel some sense of that child was somebody else's, came from somebody else.
Yeah.
So you still gotta respect that.
Yeah.
But he feels as though like fuck that. But I want to ask you, how would you come across in a situation, either way, in either situation, as far as the man or the woman you coming into the situation, raising someone, or you being a person who was in a relationship with someone and that child happened that person happened to pass away. So how would you address the child? Would you make it a big deal, or would it be something as though it would just be passed over because they wasn't really in their life anyway? Did I make that clear?
Like, how would I be as like, would I take that child as my own, or I would feel some type of way?
In either position, yeah.
I would definitely, if I was a girl and the guy had a child and his girlfriend passed away, the one that he had a kid with, I would definitely feel like the need to be a mother figure, but not necessarily the mom of the child. So like I could offer all the support and love that a mother would give, but I wouldn't necessarily be like, you gotta call me mom or nothing, because blood is blood at the end of the day, and the child will know you're not my mother, you're my dad's girlfriend, wife, whatever the case is. So I would do it like that, but I would be there as a parent figure, not necessarily the parent. If that makes sense.
Yeah, fire for that. My God. No jokes. But same way still. It's just relationships, right? So, even if the man hasn't been there, the man ain't been there, but the man's still your father, right? So,
why?
pay respects.
My thing is,
like let's words. Let us be human beings, right? And respect the people that are declining, and also respect the people that are there. And let's learn to respect all the people that are here. Because oftentimes we want to be like, I want to be first. But sometimes you have to step back. They got people that want to be, everybody want to be a chief. Don't nobody want to be in there.
And look at it, like come on. You think you're not going to be a parent to somebody else's kid. Like, look at our generation. Like, people having kids. A lot of people are the other parent. Like,
our generation.
I'm one right here.
Which generation?
Well, listen. My
I took
generation,
two
whatever.
kids that aren't,
Oh, no, I mean that.
I think something we skipped over is maturity. You know what I'm saying? In that individual. And that's what we, as well as the relationships that you build, whether you have children or whether the other mate got sick and you healed them and you stayed there, those bonds and the maturity level of the individual plays a major part in when you move on.
Give love, give life, dread.
Type shit. I mean, that's the thing.
I ain't gonna say that.
I've been in a relationship
with his ex-wife, his best friend.
And that's beautiful.
I understand that. I understand that, but I can't.
I've learned to love this person, this child. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him grow up from a child to a man. So you know what I'm saying? And
it's maturity.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But then when we separate from one another, and you still want to have that connection, but it's kind of hard to have that connection when you don't. In certain situations, bro.
I understand that, but I can't. Only thing.
Put your situation.
But I'm just letting you know. I'm proof that it can happen. You know this.
Because
I took care of two. I got to relationship.
Are not willing to have that relationship.
But where was that woman's
because you don't know what that other man.
She was immature.
May have not done what a next nigga did to somebody to make them not fuck with the next. To fuck with their man at all, or to fuck with their ex or their baby daddy at all. Because there's some fucked up niggas out there. I'm not gonna act like there's not. There's fucked up niggas out there. So you can't say who done what to whom, when, where, how. You know what I'm saying? So in situations, it's like where a woman just refuses to fuck with their baby father. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I'm not talking to him. I don't want to deal with him. Or, you know what I'm saying? And then there's some situations where the father just won't deal with the baby at all.
Listen, some guys are asshole boyfriends, right? But they're good fathers.
Yeah.
And if you're not taking, if you're not letting your child see the father just because he messed up with you, that's fucked up. So you could be a bad boyfriend, but if you're a good father to my child, you are
Yeah,
definitely
but
gonna
that's
see
the
my
thing.
child. But a lot of people don't do that.
If
So it's
me
like,
and you don't have a relationship, we have a child together, we don't have a good relationship.
yeah, but if you're a
It
good father,
doesn't matter.
Exactly, it doesn't.
Fuck us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that, but
yeah,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
the kid is the
Fuck
most
us.
important.
It's
There you
about
go.
the child. What's
But a lot of
going
people don't
on?
think like
You know what I'm
that.
saying? And in some situations, a lot of people are scorned. And I'm not going to say it's necessarily the woman. Because in some
No,
situations,
sometimes
it's
it's
the
the guy.
man.
A lot of the times
You know
it's
what
the
I'm
guy.
saying?
A lot of the times it's the
Because
guy.
it could be a woman who moved on immediately from you.
Yeah.
Like went and had a whole nother child, whole nother family on you, and you like, word, bitch? Like that was last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, yup, I got a husband. And all, and you feel
I'm lit right now.
Salty.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They
So,
can move on.
You know what I'm
fast.
saying? But that's how these situations happen.
But if niggas were doing their job, then you gotta worry about that shit.
That's not necessarily
You
true.
can do your job.
I
and
mean,
still be
people
bad.
can be duplicitous
When you
regardless,
get into a
right?
relationship, you don't know the person,
How
so
is-
you
you
get to
can-
know the person. But sometimes people move too fast.
If people want to
You,
leave,
before you get even to knowing each other, you went and had a baby, a little baby already. Hey, what's up, bro? You good? You sure?
You,
Hold on,
you look
watch out on them
tough.
steps. Please?
You need that lift?
That's my A. Watch out on them steps.
Alright.
That's Asia.
I just feel as though people need to understand that life happens, right? So whether you were in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or fourth quarter, it happened, it occurred. So let's just pay respect to that. And if the person that you are trying to respect as a human being, that you understand how the relationship with whoever you dealing up with doesn't want to deal up with it or don't even really care, then fuck them. Like you go along, right? Because if somebody was here in the first quarter, now you're here in the second, you like, oh nah, you don't need to deal with no one that was around in the first. That was part of my life. That's what I live. So you can't come tell me, oh nah, you can't do that. Like it happened, it occurred, regardless of if I delete it off of social media, regardless if I ignore all the rest of it. Like it's something that occurred in my life. So I'm just supposed to erase like what 3, 2 years, 4 years, 10 years of my life, and then say, all right, cool, we started, right? Right?
That's what I'm saying. Look, we've been having some real good conversations. I got my boy Dave with me. I had Nadia here with me, Hooterville in the building. We talking about relationships. We talking about insecurities, forms of insecurities. We talking about a whole bunch of different things on relationships. I was also wanting to talk about sacrifices because that's one thing I think that a lot of people don't talk about. And making sacrifices, or do people feel as though they need to make sacrifices in relationships? You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though you do, and I don't think some certain people don't feel as though they have to make any type of sacrifices in a relationship. And half of the time, they become the most dominant in the relationship. Because some people maybe want to be dominated. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what you feel about that as far as that thing.
I was trying to recall some John from AM radio where the woman was like, the people that have the least to lose in a relationship are the ones that don't concern themselves. Like, people get into relationships because they want something. I mean, apart from just want some pumps or want some D or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like the people that just say, all right, well, if I don't want something particularly, then I dominate the relationship because then you can't hold something against me. You can't have no ultimatums and whatever the case may be. So they'd be like, all right, well, fuck it. You're gonna live this life and just have a good time. But the people that would just be like, all right, well, they need to do this or they need to do that. And it shouldn't be so stringent. The craziest thing is that when I think about life, I think about traffic. Mm-hmm. Right? I did have to think about traffic. Right? Because You think about traffic, you think about roads and all this other nonsense, right? It sometimes you just get stuck. It ain't nothing going on. Right? It's just like, yo, we need to just keep on moving and just ease ourselves because people them just want.
And then sometimes you need to slow up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Sometimes you need to just slow up.
Amen.
You know what I mean? And it's just, I mean, and sometimes things run smoothly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to just break off.
Niggas be on a different wavelength sometimes.
Take out the exit.
Can I ask you
Word.
a question while you on the topic of sacrifice?
Q best for the good.
Can you give us an example of what you mean by sacrifice?
Okay, an example of sacrifices
In the
is,
relationship.
all right, well, one of the sacrifices that I feel as though a lot of men don't feel as though they have to make and they want to do it is being around your peoples when you have friends. So when you're in a relationship or a serious relationship, I feel as though a lot of men, you got men that are, they cool, they got a lot of people, they got a lot of friends. And you gotta learn how to make your lady feel more important than your people. You know what I'm saying? I can say that was something with me early when I was a lot younger, in my 20s and stuff. Well, because see, okay, like I said, like my friend Shaq. Yeah, you know Shaq. Shaq is one of my best friends. That's somebody who will be in my life forever. Some women find that crazy or odd that this one man, he will be in my life forever. That's just that's my nigga. I'm sorry. Whatever's going on, that nigga will be in my life. I will be in his life.
Well, we all got
whoever died first, that nigga, I will be that nigga feel.
I'll be on the casket shit.
That's just what's happening. I'm sorry, ma. Deal with it. It's been a lot of relationships that he's been in where the women have been like, damn, what the fuck? You fucking this nigga? In both situations. That's my nigga. No, this. That's just my nigga.
It's because
women,
yeah.
Y'all just gotta deal with it, ladies.
It's just because women can't do what we can do.
And that's the problem. In certain
they don't
situations,
have.
You might be intimate.
They don't have.
That's a part of
you don't have a best. You
that's a part of.
Women cannot have a best friend like men have best friends.
Yes, they can.
They can.
Not to the case to where. No. Not with a case where you talking to understand what he's talking about. No, not the way that.
I can have a best friend as a man. I've had
She's stopping because we're talking on it. But go ahead.
No, that got really hurt.
But I don't agree with that. Because there's situations where some women who have a bond, and there's some men that don't bond with men. You know what I'm saying? And they're to themselves. Like you may be a person that's to yourself.
Yeah.
And you may connect with someone who's very open. You know what I'm saying? Outgoing. And being in a relationship. And that might be the opposite. That's how the opposite.
I connect with a lot.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to deal with that, your partner's friends. Even though you're not a sociable person. You may not be a sociable person, but you may have to learn how to deal with your partner's friends. Because if you're trying to be with that person, that his friends are a part of him. So, but you see that, you know what I'm saying?
Now, they want to change you all the way when they get you. They don't want to take you as you is.
See, now when you move on,
it's because in the beginning everything is great.
But when you move
on, no, you gotta pull up. Stop. Why you hanging over? You don't come over. Don't do that when you with your friends.
When you moving into matrimony, when you moving into matrimony and marriage, then it becomes a situation because
that marriage now is the same shit.
No, because now
if you're living together,
just as a husband or a woman or a wife, you feel as though you have some kind of hold on that person. No, you my wife, or you my husband, or whatever the case may be.
It's what you feel in your heart. So if you gonna run out and do, then that's what you doing. That's what you did.
Hey, and I
But
said,
you see, if that's what you did in the past, and this chick that you would know that, then in the back of her mind, every time you step out with your boy, that's what's on her mind.
That's gonna be in her mind, yeah.
But that's why she like, why you going in?
But then the thing is, when you go into a relationship, you have to be honest with that person and say, this is what we're going to do and not do. For my first marriage, I was never faithful. When I got to my second one, we agreed that we ain't going to do nothing without Look, if you're honest with that person and say, look, this is what we're going to do together, this is what we're going to do apart, this is what's going to happen, then you can have that relationship. If we agreed in my second marriage that we'll never cheat unless we cheat together, then I don't care what's going on in our relationship, marriage. I've been married 30 years. I've been married 30 years.
It's called an open You have people that have that.
Okay. But in my long relationship, I feel as though these are the main things.
Yeah.
Like you
but other people will call it cheating.
In the relationship.
Exactly.
I need to know where you at. Where's your mindset at? Where you find that out? Once I find that out,
a lot of people like that. A lot of people go to the clubs and they look
what's
for
up? What's good? What we doing?
That's right, what we doing?
Because the thing is, I learned I used to play with women.
Yeah, you see them
But my
outside.
thing is, I feel as though we need. If I'm in a relationship with you, if I'm in a real relationship with you, I'm gonna let you know. But if I play with you, I'm gonna just do that.
I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to
Because play is we not in a real relationship. I see you. We do what we do when we do it. You know what I'm saying? We may go out, and it's not that I'm treating you like a hoe. I might treat you like a queen.
What is that? That's like.
But we're not necessarily in a
relationship. Committed relationship.
In a
I know what you mean.
Committed
relationship. There you go. That's what I was doing.
That's hard.
You have to say
it's not hard. Nowadays, it's not hard. Somebody who just already our age is hard. But nowadays, people are not doing that. They have options.
That's a cut button.
Niggas have options. Women have options.
It's not women, everybody got options.
He said.
I said have options. Women have options.
Yes, we
Both
have.
in the same.
No, women have. Let me tell you something. But you got to think about this one thing. Women can sleep with other women.
And they don't want to be in a. They don't want to get married.
They
got
can
great jobs. They make great money. They just rather have some women to have fun.
Have a
Too much conversation, y'all.
On the side. That's it.
It's more women out there like.
Oh, the farmer bill
To
has.
get the conversation back on track, because it's a lot of stuff going on.
Had to throw my motherfucking switch on the relationships.
Pull over. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say
We were talking about mainly
Everything.
insecurities that we had, and then we were talking about sacrifices that we make in relationships. And we kind of sticking to the same thing. I don't think we really fell on track with it, because we're talking about basically like how, what sacrifices we feel as though we had to make in a relationship in order to make a relationship work, right? Also, understanding when you're in a relationship, some people, I feel, me personally, I feel some people go into relationships and you're just in the relationship, and so the relationship is going, so you just be like, fuck it, that's who I'm with right now. And so I feel like settling. That's basically what I'm saying. A lot of us settle.
Because you might be comfortable for the moment. You know what I'm saying?
And you're comfortable for the moment.
You know, it would be too hard to split.
Like, oh my God.
Is it okay to settle? Because some people are lonely. So some people feel as though I may not even find someone else, so I might as well stick with the person that I want now.
The only problem with selling the nigga, the other part of the work. I got a question.
Some people do settle sadly, but there's different levels when you think of relationships. It's sort of like, no, you're not family to everyone, but there's that different levels. There's that courting, there's that you're my girlfriend or my boyfriend partner. There's that fiance level. You know what I mean? There's different levels. So according to who you are and what you're doing, also what your goal is, it's sort of where you can become stagnant sadly, or as you say, settle. So I think everybody got to first be accountable of who they are, where they're going, and why they're with who they are.
Definitely. But I mean, like, that's why I said, look, everyone doesn't get into a relationship so easily. It's hard for some people to get into relationships. It's hard for people to stay in relationships. So when certain people get into relationships and they get comfortable with the person that they're around, but they're not necessarily good with how the relationship is going. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you may just as the same as a person who's in an abusive relationship, but you have financial security. So you may have someone who's financially securing you, who takes care of his kids, but he just happens to whoop your ass. You understand what I'm saying? And there are a lot of situations in that happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, where you feel as though, like, how am I going to get out of this relationship? But he takes care of me. He does take care of his kids, even though he whoops my ass.
Sally, again, some of those are choices. You want that finer life, and you don't want to work for what you got to work for and take the loss of, I'm not going to live in a big house or a big, nice apartment or whatever, and I'm going to take this ass with no disrespect. Because at some point, whether it's from him or someone from the outside, no one's supposed to be beating on. I don't care if it's your partner or a stranger, like no one's supposed to be beating on one allegedly, right? So on that note, if you are not being held by gun or some other craziness, some of that sadly is mental, so you make a choice to stay there. I know it's sad, I know it's not fair for me to act like, you know, it's not hard or that is definitely a bad thing. But there's certain
people
choices.
in relationships that they want to get out of it, they just can't. Or they feel as though they can.
Right, I was going to say, they feel as though they can, because at some point, you may not believe in the system, or you may not have them friends or family, but there's somebody at some point you be like, I can't take this, I got to get out of here. So who can I call? Is it my family members and I can't depend on them, or Sally, I depend on the system because I don't have my family members. But you don't say, I'm going to just stay here because nobody's listening. You got to first attempt to go somewhere. You can always, you know.
I definitely agree with that.
The local crazy cousin.
That's a serious situation. Like I said.
I mean, it's serious, but at some point, when do you say, I'm going to just, you know, I can't. Is he going to kill you? Or,
after the first punch, you should have been.
Everybody got
they break your heart.
After the first swing.
After that swing, you make a choice
first week
of.
in a relationship, I think the person will walk away.
Right.
If it's 10 years in the shit.
And after 10 years. Okay, after 30 years, I give you.
After 30 years,
No, 30 years, I might give you 2 or 10. I might give you 2 or 5 smacks. But now I choose how long I stayed in them 30 years. Because out of the 30 years, you wasn't smacking me all the time. But now why are you doing it? So I choose to stay there. Yeah, I love you and I can take them thumbs and whatever.
Okay. No, what you need to do?
I was talking to him, I was talking to you, you was talking to me, she was talking to me.
She was talking to him.
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess my peoples are leaving now. It's alright. Shout out to Part 2, I didn't get Part 2 on there. Shout out to Nadia. What?
You want me and Patu to say a little word?
We'll be back.
If you want to, yeah.
We'll be back. We will be back. We'll be back.
I'm here every Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You guys come here. Come here, Kylie. Come here, Kylie. Yeah. Come here, Kylie. Yeah, you're right there. Oh, this is my Kylie. This is Patu. Yeah. See, she's mad at me, right?
Okay, tell the story.
All right. So, we were hanging out, right? We had a function, right? So, we had, everyone was about to leave.
I didn't want to leave.
She offered me a bottle of wine, a cup of
No,
wine,
cup of wine.
a cup of wine. So I guzzled it. Bah.
Nope. I said, KP, will you stay if I buy you a drink? And he said, yeah.
I didn't know that part. I didn't hear that part. The only part that I heard was, KP, would you like a cup of wine? I said yes. I saw everyone leaving. Bang! I threw it back. I didn't know that she wanted to,
But still. Oh,
He just, and then he walked out.
I just threw it back and I dipped on her. Yeah, like.
It's rude, right?
Oh man.
Real rude.
Somebody owes somebody a bottle of wine.
Oh, you
Oh
got me
no!
one.
Oh, I bought her. I got her a bottle of wine.
There you
See?
go.
And we drank it.
See?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes.
Alright. He
Sorry,
say,
Tyler.
she say.
That's right.
KP.
Yeah. Get that.
I'm taking my food.
Oh, I didn't show everybody. Hold on.
Yes.
Show her the work. Do you see the boobies? Do you see the boobies?
I'm sorry.
These are kind of boobies.
Those are my
At the paint and sip. I don't know if they're replica of her boobies. If they're boobies, nonetheless. Take out the bag. Okay, this is it.
There we go. Now we can see him.
The bubbies, man.
Now we can see him.
Alright.
Now you're on the next level. Your show is
Shout out to my boy
I
love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out.
Yo, thank y'all for coming out, yo. We appreciate y'all. Nice to see y'all again.
Y'all check it out.
I think
All
Lisa
my
went down.
peoples came out here to see me. I appreciate them for coming out. You know what I'm saying? We had some good conversation.
Elle went
You
down
know what I'm
there.
saying? Like I said,
She down there,
Prime
we ain't got
should
nothing to
be
worry
here
about.
today. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you put that on Diggy Time thing on? See, once you get the Diggy Time music, put on what we see.
Stop with that
Alright.
shit, nigga.
What's the other people ain't here now, right? Oh, Little Dicky, right? Little Dicky did a diss. Yeah. But it was kind of fun. I don't really like it. This is it. I wouldn't look it over. It really wasn't that good. Okay. Oh, PJ the good, right? Who you fucking about for me?
Yeah.
I know how much you think it. Oh, you just got it, right? You play with me. You were here when I was showing the movies? You were here when I was showing the movies?
With some people, friends and everything.
You were sitting right there. You were sitting right there.
On camera.
Yo, I swear, yo, I just know it.
You know where your mind is.
Don't worry about him.
Oh, his instrumentals, you have a problem?
No. The volume, because it gotta be up.
I got you.
It's good. No. It's too loud. You good now?
Harlem Variety Show, Diggy Down Music, on High Radio, in the Vaudeville, T.K.P. Shout out to Prom Davis, happy birthday, Prom. Check out the page, Harlem Variety Show. Check out Prom Davis. No, I'm just giving a shout out.
Keep going. Yo, anybody got something they want to do tonight, because we gonna wild out and do fuck, I'm taking over the show right now.
I thought I was a nigga.
The show done. Your people left, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, so my show is over.
I'm taking over.
So what you doing?
Doing
Alright, everything like what?
What's up? We rolling up and all that? This shit just turned
He's
420,
teaching-
happy
he's
for
teaching Negroes how to roll
everything.
I don't think niggas need to know how to roll blunts. I think they know how to roll blunts. Teach them some shit they don't know. How about that?
Just take it home.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo,
You're too busy talking to other
Vegas.
niggas. Okay, so you got my videos? You know what I'm saying? Let's see if Shaka got my videos ready. Let's see! be slacking on his napkin. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk slow so he can get ready to put them up. Now, are you ready? Chicago, L. Okay. Welcome to On High Radio. He says, she said. Well, we're going to do the rundown. Entertainment. We're going to do entertainment. Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton.
That nigga smoking on the air today. Nigga, this mad slurry,
Yeah, they do this when we get down.
Braxton.
I want a cigarette, but I can't do it.
No cigarettes.
What happened to Tamar Braxton?
No. Well, apparently.
Oh! So
what? That was the mic. How did that happen? You did that? I did that?
You hit the table. I didn't hit the table.
I'm sorry.
The table did it.
I can't afford one of these.
The table did it.
Okay. You guys got to get my views up so I can afford a microphone, okay? Subscribe to Diggy Down Music or something. Some shit, nigga. Okay, Tamar. Tamar got fired a couple of months ago. From the Real. It's the Real. The Real. The Real, not the View, the Real. She has a show. The show is basically about women shit. They talk about diaphragm, kids, divorce, all that other shit, women stuff. Anyway, she got fired. What they're saying is that the girl Lonnie, is that her name? Lonnie, she's one of the people who is a co-host from The Real. So she says that, Tamar is saying that Lonnie is the reason why she is fired. But what Lonnie is saying that when she tried to switch up managers and tried to get the manager that manages Steve Harvey and her, she feels as though Lonnie went and told Vince, and Vince is her husband, and Vince went and told her. Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit. You're getting messy, I'm gonna get it together.
Which top is this shit under, man?
Listen, I'm trying to get it together for you. But basically, Vince is the fat nigga. Well, he ain't a fat nigga no more. Now he's slim. There's Tamar's husband. So Vince, he's the reason that she got fired. Because they got a divorce, or they're getting a divorce, or they're divorced already. One or the other. It's over. But anyway, it don't matter. All of them chicks went on a View. When they went on a View, Lonnie had a lot of stuff to say. Lonnie was saying how Tamar is kind of lying. Alright. I should have put the speaker on. You don't have the speaker. Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna put this up. This is Lonnie talking on the Breakfast Club, right? Right? Hold on, y'all. This is Lonnie talking on the Breakfast Club. What's your name? Oh.
I'm so sorry for happening to you. You know, you didn't have nothing to do with it. She said, but I'm going to tell you something. They just did an emergency filming of the Braxton family values, and you need to see the episode. I said, what are you talking about? She said, you just need to see the episode. I was like, what?
This shit is over. You still filming, right?
Contacted me and said, look, we saw the brother.
Yeah, I'm going back to somebody call me and talk to some cat for a second.
The girls are being named, and Vince is doing the naming. I I sat here and I called my
That's her husband,
I
right?
said, you gotta call WeTV and let them know that if they're naming us, we're gonna have to have legal action because we had nothing to do with this definition of character.
Tawanda is now upset at Lonnie.
So apparently, what basically all she's saying is that they did a rush episode on the Braxtons, and basically she was slandering everyone on the reels.
Sisters, everybody, or
just the co-host, saying how they were the ones who were basically talking shit about her. None of them were really talking shit about her. It was really Vince was the one, because Vince really controls. Vince is her husband. Vince really controls. Yeah, Vince controls her money, her music, everything. So when you stop dealing with women, you know what I'm saying. It's basically why am I making
string to that puppet?
Why am I even helping your pockets anymore? So he kind of
cut that string. Let's get up out of here. I'm good.
And gave her the
let's go. Figure it out. Go figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. That's
see how you can do it now.
Now, moving on from that, Kanye West.
Kanye again. Why Kanye's in the news again?
Kanye visited Uganda. He visited Uganda and he gave away Yeezys. Right? Now, you went all the way to Uganda to give niggas Yeezys.
What about motherfuckers in Chicago?
And there's niggas out here that's killing themselves for sneakers out here. Let's deal with here first before we go out there, Kanye. I mean, some of the bullshit that you do, well, a lot of the bullshit you do, a lot of people really can't explain why you're doing the bullshit that you're doing. But, still at the same time, let's try to do something for the people here instead of going out. And it looked like the Yeezys that you were giving anyway were bullshit. They look like them fake ass Yeezys or them shits that rip in like 15 seconds. But I don't know if we should big him up for this shit.
And they was all white, right?
No, they were black. They were African.
No, I'm talking about the sneakers were white.
Yeah, they were like
in Africa.
Bright, yeah.
In the dusty.
They African. They African. They better be black. Nigga, shit. But there's white Africans too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That shit just bugs me out with him. So also in local news dealing with music. Drake came out with some stuff. Now I didn't send you anything with the Drake thing, right? Sharp? Did I send you something with Drake? I didn't send you nothing with Drake. But basically Drake went on he went on the show on LeBron James and Maverick's show. It's called The Shop. It's on HBO. Basically he went on it saying how he didn't even know what or he was opening it up to Kanye. Kanye told Drake. He opened up to him about his having his son, about naming when he named him, about
the whole shit thing and everything.
He did the whole.
So basically, Kanye leaked his shit to push him.
Yeah. So, but from what Pusha T is saying is that it's a whole other different situation. Now, Drake, right? Really, Drake started all this shit. I'm not gonna say he started this shit, but when Pusha T started doing the joint, Drake got on his joint, and he was saying he said something in his lines in regards to I'm gonna let it ring like Virginia Williams. Virginia Williams is his fiance at the time, now his wife, Pusha T's wife. I'm too resilient. Get out your feelings. I'm gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool summer for you. I told Weezy and Baby, I'm done. I'm a done for you. right? So now after that, OVO or no, Pusha T comes with something, and he basically says OVO hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? That man sick, sick, sick. I got the devil flows, nigga. 666. Surgical summer with the snip, snip, snip. And you really don't want it with him. So basically, he went off on 40. Basically, talking about how he got lupus. Y'all know lupus is a serious thing. It's not untreated. It's not treatable.
Oh, he got lupus.
Yeah, he got lupus. So that's something that it's a serious situation. Something that he could die from. And Drake was basically like, that's why he felt as though he had to come back on. But from what Pusha T is saying, after he went on a podcast with Joe Buttons, right? So now Joe Buttons, he gets on a podcast with Joe Buttons. So you got the Drake thing, right? So he says, basically, this is what he says. He claims the information from 40. Yeah, he got the information from 40, not Kanye at all. 40 is sleeping with a woman who he talks to 5 or 6 hours a day. And he provides opportunity for her. And he ultimately speaks about how disgruntled about certain things, notoriety and things involving Drake, his career so far. With that also came the fact that Drake has a child and he's indulged all that information. I never told anyone that information. Kanye, you apologize for what? You gave me nothing. You should have done that. You shouldn't have done that. There shouldn't have been interviews done because of that. Now Drake thinks what he thinks. Only reason I'm here now is because Drake was so passionate during LeBron James' The Shop interview. But your friends is the reason why. So basically, he's saying that 40, your man, your right-hand man, the nigga that you fuck with, is the nigga that basically told him everything about your relationship, about your baby, about the bird bitch that you was fucking with.
That's the stripper man, right?
That's the stripper chick with the Jewish nose that he fucking with.
Texas.
Some chick. So she got a fat ass though. She can get it.
It could be fake, nigga. What the fuck?
Oh no, it probably is fake. Oh no, it probably is fake. It definitely probably is fake. I can't even lie to you. It probably
So. Alright, oh man, these is gonna be. So, the nigga Drake don't really know, or he don't believe that 40 gave Pusha this info.
Well, see, here's the thing now, because that's 40 is his right hand man. So now, with Pusha T saying this, and you knowing that this is your man, you're kind of breaking the relationship between people. You know what I'm saying? Because
he stepped up and do what he did, so you know what I'm saying, he probably keep that team tight.
Because I'm gonna feel some type of way. You my man. You my man. You went to some next nigga who we don't fuck with and told somebody on my business, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Even as long as we've been fucking with each other. You understand what I'm saying? Now we could probably get over it eventually, but still no, I'm still feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So and then you don't know what to believe because you don't know whether or not Pusha T or not is lying.
But
you don't know if he's lying, if he's telling the truth. You don't know.
About who we got the information from?
About who we got the information. Yeah.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because he could just be trying to
throw his own little mix
put a tick in your armor. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start quarreling with each other in a relationship.
Now, I might be looking at you funny, even though I don't even know all the facts.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
So it should be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but.
That's why your circle got to be tight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a circle.
Some people don't really understand how tight their circle is. You know what I'm saying? Or know how tight their circle is. You know what I'm saying? So, but, that's just how things go. You know what I mean? So, alright, we got Quavo joint. Quavo got a new album. Quavo got a new album out. I mean, I can't listen to a whole Quavo album. Shout out to Quavo. But, I mean, he got the joint honchos type dope. You know what I'm saying? It got 3 to 4 joints that I would listen to. I don't know if I would necessarily put them all on a playlist, but I'll fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Quavo is one of those young rappers.
Migos.
I respect his hustle. You gotta respect some niggas' hustle. You know what I'm saying? And how they move. You know what I'm saying? Even though he fuck with the Migos, you could tell.
Man, what about Quavo, man? What about him? What about him?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I respect his moves. How he do what he do. You know, like. And in this time and age, well, he makes beats. He's doing a lot of he make tracks. Yeah, he make a lot of tracks. He's signed a couple of people. I know he got a couple of.
Artists.
Couple of artists, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he necessarily writing for people, but I know that he's you know, like I said, he's involved in a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Like I said, shout out to Quavo. He got the album out.
What's the name of the album?
I'll give him 3 joints. I'll give him.
What's the name of the album?
Honcho.
That's the name of the album.
Honcho. Yeah, Quavo Honcho. It's alright. Like I said, I can't listen to a whole Quavo album, but I can. that means 2-3 songs.
This is a song right
here? Yeah, he got something.
I fuck with you when you
Nah, he got something when he talking about.
I want to hear something.
Nah, he got a joke when he talking about.
You checking out Quavo album? I want to hear a song. I'm just checking out, you know what I'm saying?
I know. Please don't cut us playing Quavo songs.
I think you
gonna these are coming from YouTube. These songs are coming from YouTube. These are playing from YouTube.
Play some joints,
So
all right,
YouTube
artists.
Don't do that. Don't do us like that. Alright? Well, we don't got that much time left. It's about 6 minutes left on the time.
Hey, you got some time.
You got plenty of time. You got a list.
I know.
Radio wise, but video wise, you got time.
You
got time.
Trap Good Dick people in the building.
Y'all don't do breaks with me, so we're gonna get off at 10. You guys don't give me breaks. You know what I'm saying? You guys aren't giving me breaks.
Radio wise,
you guys aren't giving me breaks. No. 10 o'clock.
You're starting at 8:30.
You guys are not giving me breaks. Sorry.
Come on, with all that conversation that went on.
Yeah, exactly. All that conversation that went on. I've been running my mouth. Yeah, it's crazy.
We're gonna bring you in. We're gonna bring you in right now.
Yeah. What we gonna do?
Nah, he gonna just put it on me. I'm ready.
Alright, we good.
You already know what it is, man. Glad to be here. Trap Good DVD. We in the hood like stay free, B-boys and guns, man. You already know what it is, man. We live. We got some shit gonna be rocking out next week. For the chill out, you know what I mean? On High Radio. You know what I mean? We're gonna be here, man. Pull up 6 to 12, man. We're gonna be out here. That way you're gonna be able to actually get on this show, plus actually get an interview, and if you got videos, get it played, do a little show. But it's just gonna be a music. We're gonna put it out on YouTube. You know what I mean? So come out, come support it. It's gonna be live. Yeah. Trap Blue DVD, embrace the culture.
Yeah. Role model, that's role model, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like you said, we're gonna throw something this week, right?
Facts. Next week.
Next week. We in the building, definitely. On our radio. We're gonna have artists out here. Listen, if you want your stuff promoted, you want to come out here, you got some videos and stuff, we can play your videos. You see the numbers down there. You can contact us at that number. You can also contact us at digitimemusic.com. Gmail.com, excuse me.
onhighradio@gmail.com.
onhighradio@gmail.com. Hit us up if you got new music. You can hit up Porterville. We can do new music. He'll put you on New Music Mondays. That's what it is, y'all. We gotta keep this. What this is all about. We're trying to build this into something. Into something big. All artists who want to come on. Also, if you guys are looking for space as well to promote your stuff, to film videos, you can contact us also on High Radio at gmail.com. You can still tune in. Prime should be back next week. Once again, happy birthday to her. I want to thank all my people that came out here. William Shakespeare, I didn't get you on the show yet. I got to get you on the show. Of course, role model. I'm glad for you coming out here, chilling out with us.
You already know we're gonna definitely gonna be here.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna make this shit work, man. We're gonna do this shit. Travel DVD, we in the building.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nadia, Damien, Joe Asia, 5-2, Ty, Marquise. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody, you know what I'm saying? Kylie, you know what I'm saying? Kylie titties, not Kylie's actual titties, the titties she drew on the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody that came out here and supported us, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep this going out here.
Fun time.
Subscribe, like the channel, man. Diggy Dime Music, on High Radio. Everybody that came out and tuned in to the radio show, to the podcast. Actually, I want to thank y'all, man. Listen, like I said, man, we're trying to build something. Help us build it. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys want to see? Whatever you see, put in the comments. Like, subscribe. This is what it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Check out
a lot more coming. A lot more coming this way.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? We coming, y'all.
Shout out to Dre.
Word. Shout out to Dre. I thought Dre was fucking coming. Dre didn't fucking come. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Nah,
it's not that serious. It's all right. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We out, man.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the applause on the podcast. Now for y'all didn't hear it. Sorry.